Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me via Skype this afternoon, it's Scott Girard, Fitchburg Star. Scott, how you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. How about you, Jeremy?
Not too bad. Nice to see you in person. Not seeing you in the car or anything like that. Driving away. We're happy to have you on here and put a face to the guy, as they may say. I don't really know. We'll just get out of that awkward session and turn right to the attention of our common council meeting that was held on Tuesday night. Busy night there for the most part, but things move along quickly, and we'll kick things off here with a Fish Hatchery Road agreement with the county.
Yeah, so this is, as I'm sure most people have heard, Fish Hatchery Road will be under construction next year. And if you haven't heard, you should look into it. It's going to be quite a project, one lane of travel in each direction for most of 2020. Some of the staging work will begin later this year. But one of the issues over the last year or so that it's been under discussion as it's planned is that it's currently a county road. And so who was going to pay for the reconstruction and what was going to be the maintenance arrangement going forward. So the county, as part of these switches, when there's a major resurfacing like is planned, likes to or has liked to do a jurisdictional transfer, which would make the city or municipality responsible for all future maintenance. That was not something many in the city wanted to do. Specifically, Alder Tom Clowder and former Mayor Jason Gonzalez spoke out pretty strongly against the idea of taking on future maintenance costs, especially given how much the county was planning to contribute to this resurfacing project. So it's kind of a lot of the negotiations have taken place between county officials and city officials over the last year. And what they came to in the agreement that was approved Tuesday night is that there will not be a jurisdictional transfer. The city will take over winter maintenance duty beginning in November of 2021, but some smaller resurfacing maintenance, other resurfacing projects or maintenance projects, pothole filling, et cetera, would still be under the county's jurisdiction. So it makes it, they're both public entities. They both have the taxpayers from Fitchburg, but it certainly makes a difference how it's being spread out. The county will also be contributing $8 million to the project that will take place next year. And based on what Alder Dan Barr said on Tuesday night, that's about half of the cost of the project for curb to curb stuff. There's some additional stormwater and beautification parts of the project that add up make the total cost an estimated 22 million or so. So it's not half of the overall project, but it's half of the kind of curb to curb work that will be taking place. So Alders were really happy Tuesday night. Certainly very glad to see that they got to this deal. And as Alder Clowder put it, and again, he was a strong voice throughout this process. He said, quote, "The agreement's a lot better than where we started." So it was big for the city to get to this point, I think. And it's interesting because it's a similar agreement to what the county just got approved with the city of Madison for Buckeye Road. So it's something the county has kind of been, they were pushing jurisdictional transfers, but they've kind of backed off about that a little bit and are working out agreements now with municipalities.
Yeah, and if you want to read the full stuff on there, it is on the website through the agenda center here on the Fitchburg's website, fitchburgwi.gov. Scott, there was also appointments that took place as well for Plan Commission. If you could talk a little bit about that.
Yep. So the Plan Commission appointment filled one of the two remaining vacant seats on that body. Zach Billings it was successfully appointed. He will be on Plan Commission through 2022. And so he's, according to what he said Tuesday, he's lived here for 15 years and really cares about sustainability, which is a topic he's working toward a master's degree on. A couple alders specifically mentioned the North Stoner Prairie project, which has seen disagreement between the council and the Plan Commission on what to do. And so they asked him if he would support medium density. Another asked if it was important to Zach to listen to constituents. So there were certainly some pointed questions for him, but his answers were satisfactory. One thing that Alder Arata Frada in District 2 pointed out is that if the other nominee from Aaron Richardson, who's expected to be up at the next council meeting, is approved, the commission will actually be an all-male commission. And last term, there were 3 females on it, 3 women. And so she just wanted to point that out. And then Dorothy Krause added racial diversity, also an issue on some commissions and councils. So it didn't cause anyone to vote against him, but it's an interesting note that Julia made.
Absolutely. And finally, there were quite a few proclamations last night and awards given out. If you want to go through a couple of those real quick.
Yeah, the most, a lot of these proclamations are often recognizing weeks or months that are national kind of focuses, whether it's emergency medical services, building safety, which were both recognized on Tuesday. But this one was a bit different. Fitzrona EMS received the 2019 Pediatric Champion of the Year Award, which is the first time I had actually heard of it. But it turns out some of the paramedics with Fitzrona EMS helped out a boy who had been, unfortunately, a 12-year-old boy who had been shot in the face and was awake during his treatment and taken to the Children's Hospital and has made a full recovery. But the person giving the award from the Children's Hospital said that there were a lot of deserving cases, but that this one really stood out above the rest just for how paramedics treated the boy and handled the medical treatment with the emotional treatment. And said that many people who worked with the boy at the hospital to help him toward recovery said that none of their work would have been possible without EMS responding the way that they did. So that was a pretty cool award for Fitzrona EMS to be recognized with.
Yeah, and some of the members, we were looking at a photo here of some of the members that were part of that call there and was on there. They also recognized too that EMS week is coming up as well as part of this, and that was a proclamation.
Yep. Along with Building Safety Month, so they had just some recognition for the people who work with the city in both of those areas. One of the building inspectors was on hand to talk a little bit about what they do.
Absolutely. All right, Scott, we appreciate the time as always, and look forward to having you back on the show. Love this Skype thing. It works out pretty good when we get it to work.
Yes, I'm glad we got it to work, and I look forward to hopefully an easier time moving forward.
There's your behind-the-scenes talk there. Scott Girard, Fitchburg Star, always a pleasure, and we'll get him back here in a couple of weeks for another council recap. All right, we'll take a quick break. You are watching Talking Fitchburg.